Hello viewers, today in this video we will come to know why I chose Poco F4 5G over iQOO Neo 6 and Realme 9 Pro Plus. While buying Poco F4 5G, I had 4 things in my mind. In this video, I will elaborately discuss those points. The build quality of Poco is average. The sides are made of plastics and the back is made of glass. This is Corning Gorilla Glass front and back. Coming to the display of Poco F4, it has a 6.7 inches Super AMOLED E4 AMOLED display with 120Hz of refresh rate, and the viewing angles and color reproduction of this smartphone is excellent. Even in outdoor condition, you will get a peak brightness of 1300 nits. That is good enough for an Android smartphone. In the settings, you can switch between 120Hz and 60Hz, but I suggest you to go for 120Hz as the display supports 120Hz, and in 120Hz you will feel a snappiness and smooth performance while multitasking and using your smartphone. While using it, I noticed that the color temperature is on the cooler tone, but in Samsung phones you will get a warmer tone in their displays. F4 comes with an HDR10 Plus display, as a result of which you will enjoy your multimedia in HDR in apps like YouTube, Netflix and Amazon.in. But I noticed one thing, that in apps like Netflix, whenever I try to play any HDR video, the quality of Poco F4's display seems to be dull. The color looks faded, but this is not the case with Samsung displays. I have compared it side by side with Samsung display, and I noticed that Samsung displays are more vibrant than Poco F4 5G. So if your purpose is solely multimedia consumption, then you should skip this device and go for Samsung. Poco F4 comes with 64 megapixel main sensor from OmniVision, 8 megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 2 megapixel macro sensor. The camera seems to be decent enough. The main camera's image quality seems to be very good. Though it is an OmniVision, the company should have provided at least Samsung sensor. However, the output taken by this primary sensor is good enough to suffice your need. The color looks little bit funchier and close to natural, but it is not as close as it should be. Photos taken by the wide angle sensor are not so great. It looks okay. The macro sensor is nothing to write about, and you cannot expect great photography from the macro sensor. Only the main sensor is capable of taking good shots, and in terms of videography, this phone has OIS in the main sensor. Selfie shooter is of 20 megapixel, but you cannot expect anything great from this selfie camera. Poco F4 5G comes with Snapdragon 870 processor. Snapdragon 870 is the flagship processor of 2021, and it is one of the stable SoCs of Snapdragon. Though this is not the latest flagship processor, but you can expect a decent job from this processor, and it can handle any kind of task easily, whether be it gaming, multitasking or processing the cameras. Another great thing about Poco F4 is the charging brick. The charging brick is of 67 watt, as a result of which you can charge your device from 0 to 100% in less than 40 minutes, which is great. One more good thing, the phone doesn't heat up while charging. But there is something that I did not like about Poco F4, and that is the software of Poco F4. It runs on MIUI. Currently it is running on 13, but there are lots of bugs. As a result, I cannot enjoy the smartphone properly like a flagship phone. Moreover, while holding the device in my hand, I did not feel any kind of premiumness. I don't know what is the reason, maybe the brand value or its form factor, but whenever I hold any smartphone like Samsung or Apple, I feel a premiumness, but this is not the case with Poco. Though Poco F4 provides a value for money performance in terms of display, battery and processor. So in the conclusion, I bought Poco F4 because of its display, processor, charging speed and finally the price. I bought this device at around 21,000 rupees after exchange and applying bank cards. So let me know in the comment section below whether you have liked this video or not.